My mic is muted. I didn't even know. Mic is muted. I've been praying. I don't know if you heard me. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome to the waiting room. Okay, so this. Okay. Okay, so my guest is in the house already. Dr. TJ. Okay, so what?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. It's kind of noisy in here. We just closed this last Sunday service. Happy. Right. Great in church today. Great word from my pastor, and as well as, great time of worship and all that.
Great.
Yeah.
If you're going to the waiting room for the first time, the waiting room, an online transformation program that helps you with what you need for the week. You bring here every Sunday, 7 to look at topics that can move forward, to move our career, forward. That's what we do. 30-40 minutes. So we have can you give me that song, the Planet Checker? Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to the room. It's a special edition. Today,
Yeah,
today,
I
you.
can't really hear you very well. You seem to be
You
coming in and
can
out. Yeah, I can't hear
oh,
you.
and
Okay, I can hear
can
you
you hear?
now, but yeah, it's better now.
Okay, it's better now. Okay, so I was saying, welcome, Dr. TJ. It's
Thank you.
Easter Sunday over here, and we are celebrating resurrected Christ. That's why I have to play that song. What is not holding down? I don't know if people are excited about that celebration. Easter to me, this is not because if he died for our sins, hey, I wonder where will we be. So it's the way people other celebrations it's just like one
Yeah,
number. For me, Easter is a big deal because if he did not die for our sins, just ask yourself where would you be?
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
very important to
yeah.
acknowledge because he resurrected. It's my was analyzing the what he went through. And when talk about the kind of nails they used, what he went through, the cross,
Yeah.
I was like, if you have watched the film, The Passion of the Christ, I'm sure that you wonder, happening. But okay, so go right into it, Dr. DJ. Let's hear from you. We need to hear from Dr. TJ. Who happy Easter? So I want to read that I'm joining. Yes, and the patient says happy Easter, inspiring, happy
Happy
Easter.
Easter to everybody.
Happy Easter. Yes, people are joining me. You're welcome, Ogechi. Happy Easter too. You're welcome, Tony. Tony says happy Easter. Please check the volume. What volume? Is the volume okay now? Let me know. Is the volume okay now? Let me know. Okay, Derek. Derek is in the house. Derek says great song. Great everyone. Welcome, Dr. TJ. So yes, some people are
Thank.
and they are already here. So they want
Yeah,
to hear your voice, not
it's
my
nice to
voice.
meet everyone. It's nice
They
to
want
meet
to hear your
everyone.
voice. Who is Dr. TJ? Let them meet you. Who is Dr. TJ?
So Dr. TJ is a medical doctor, a songwriter, and a recording gospel artist. Um, from Ugele, the city of Ugele. I don't call it just Ugele. Ugele is actually a metropolitan city. So I grew up in Church of God Mission. Started from the children's choir. It's like a tradition in my family. And from there we grew. I grew to the rank of the adult choir and then, was a music director at some point. And God has done great in my life. God has led me through these years. Both in the medical career, in music and songwriting. So in summary, Dr. TJ is medical doctor, songwriter, and a singer.
So a lot of people they ask me, is he a doctor as a doctorate degree or a medical doctor? Please,
I'm
if you are not good, let me
I'm
know.
not a native doctor. Ne- neither am I a book doctor. As I don't have a PhD, but I'm an actual doctor. I'm a medical doctor. I actually practiced in Nigeria before I left Nigeria and came to the US. So I practiced in Federal Medical Center, Kefi, after I studied in Ukraine, came back home. But the usual thing. So I'm going to leave that alone. But, I left and came. So I'm actually a doctor.
Okay, so any special dentist?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yet to do residency here. But when I was in Nigeria, I was working under an OBGYN, the great Agoriwe. So it taught me a lot of things I know now. So I have some training in OBGYN. So yeah. So that simply meaning women's doctor. So I probably
Yeah, now you want to confuse us the more. OBGYN.
yeah, obstetrics and gynecology. Yeah,
I get you
yeah,
now.
um,
Please.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, that
There's this joke that always come up. There's this
the
joke that
women.
always come up. Yeah, there's this joke that always come up when I say I train in obstetrics and gynecology. But I'm not going to say it's not appropriate for this show, so I'm going to leave it alone.
Okay, okay, that's fine. So what area of medicine okay, you think you know that? Okay, so you are both a medical doctor and singer songwriter. Which do you first find? Of course, I already know the answer.
Yeah,
People that
I,
are
I yeah, I think both found me. I didn't find any of them. There's
okay.
when God was making us in our DNA, in our structure, and make embedded those things in us, giftings, talents, and all that, career, whatever we're gonna be. And for me, music just found me. My dad being a one-time music director in Church of God Mission, so he passed it over to us as kids. So everybody in my house can pretty much sing. So but self-discovery started when I was around 14 or thereabout. When I was singing, but I started singing quite, like, really quite early. Let me tell you this: our morning devotion in my house is like choir rehearsals. Like you hear
Be-
soprano, yeah, you hear soprano, tenor, alto, and all that. But usually there's always that off-key singer as well. So we have the off-key singer, which is we call it contrapart. So, but basically, I grew up in a very musical home, a very religious home, a Christian home. We're brought up in the way of the Lord, and So music, I would say, to answer your question, found me first. So that's the first thing I discovered, even before I became any other thing.
yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. That the music found him first before
Yeah,
he. Like I'll always say, we all have talents, But it's for us to now discover, that talent and then use it
yeah,
appropriately.
that's true.
What kind of support did you get when you first started out in music? Especially from your family, number one, and maybe your parents' advice, then any other support you get support.
Yeah, I would say basically just, yeah, like what I said earlier. Let me just reiterate. I grew up in a very musical family, so I I think somewhere in my dad's mind, he should have known that one of his kids are going to do music at some point. So the support is good. My family, they don't have any issue with me doing music and practicing medicine, but starting up can be very difficult, can be very cumbersome. You do a lot of all these things with your money and all that, but the joy we get from spending the money to do the work is the life that the music touch. Because when you hear the testimonies, then it's all worth it. And also I have great friends that God brought my way, great promoters and all that God brought my way. My publicist in Nigeria, I can't say this without mentioning him, Unachi, of Niger Gospel Beats. He has really done a phenomenal job. His support is like, it's like when God was creating me, God just, see that this
Oh,
is going to be your armor bearer or something. So he has been very supporting, and there are a lot of people that I've met across the way that just support me, and I'm like, why are you supporting me this much? So the support has been immense, has been enormous, and for that I'm very grateful. But also, it's not like we don't have challenges. There are challenges, but when you see the good that comes from the work, yeah, it makes the challenges bearable. You know.
okay, so I see a lot of people typing in question, but before I go to the answer, I want to breathe through my question a bit before I start the question. There's
Mhm.
something I want to ask you. When people introduce themselves having so many parts, they may feel like they are confused. You know, how do you own your multiple parts? Some people are talented in different ways. Some people don't know how to hone those talents and master it. So they look kind of confused and scattered. How do you manage those talents and hone them?
Ah, I've not had that cooking. I'm a cook. I can cook for Africa too. I, I've not had that barbing. I cut hair. So the funny thing is I cut my hair myself and I cut hair for people, but not on a professional scale. I don't do it for money because I believe that there are some giftings that God has given to you just to serve humanity and not to monetize. So
Mhm.
I will answer that question is that God will build you for the assignment He has given you. You came fully built. God is not just going to throw you out there without equipping you. So basically, it all comes down to management. I remember when I was in med school, I used to travel a lot with my band during the weekend, go to these white churches in Ukraine and minister. And people always ask me, how do you manage? How do you manage to combine medicine? You're not failing out of school. You're doing well in school and you're doing music pretty much well. And one thing I just said that one is grace. We can't remove the grace factor. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. So grace makes labor easy. It's not like you're not going to do the work. Grace doesn't take away labor. Like what they say, you should always prefer favor over labor. Favor is not going to take away the work you have to do, but favor will make it light. You know. So
Yeah.
so when God was building us, He built us fully equipped. It's just like you have an SUV or an SUV running through like a muddy water. Go and try that with a Corolla. It's going to sink because that SUV was fully built, to go through that terrain. So, but basically, I will just tell you, it's all about proper planning. I plan my time, I plan my schedule, I plan everything. Because if you don't plan, you failed already. I see people wanting to go through life without a plan, an action plan, a contingency plan. You have to have that. It's not enough to have plans, you have to put action into it. Contingent, Contingency plan. Yeah, we know we've been graced to do this, but you have to have a plan. If this doesn't work, what will I do? Because music can be very, 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 very. Sometimes it can be very erratic. People want you here, they want you there, they want you here, they want you there. And also you have to do your music as well. You have to have your medicine as well. You have to do other things. So that's where planning and being graced to do that. And also people should learn how to, learn how to tap into their team members' strength. I see people sometimes they want to do this alone. When you have a formidable team that helps with the work, it makes it easy. For
Mm.
example, I can't be everywhere every time. I see a lot of great people, they are up there. You can fall as quick as you rise. But when you have a
Mm.
formidable team, when you're falling, they hold you up. So I think team, they like what they say teamwork makes the dream work. So I can't say I've done everything myself. The team that God has helped me to build over the years, people that have just aligned themselves with the dream, with the vision, has made things light. So one, I would say plan, always have a plan, have a contingency plan, and also always tap into grace.
Oh, tap into great. Fantastic. Tap into great.
Yeah.
Very important. Do anything on your own except you connect to that great. Number two
Sorry,
thing,
sorry, just a minute. I didn't introduce my very good friend, Slam is on the keys here. Yeah, Slam, say
Slam,
hi.
hi, from Nigeria.
Yeah, it's Nigerian as well. He can't hear you because I'm with my headphones. So
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, so I have people are bombarded. We need to take some questions and then you give us a freestyle, just a freestyle. I think what his name is on the keyboard. We need to take that.
yeah.
But let's take questions from uh, okay. Let me see the first question. Uh, Good evening, Dr. TJ. Welcome. Okay, good. Medical doctor, songwriter.
Sorry, there's a background noise. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'm sorry if there's any noise in the background.
I have a
So,
question. Okay, people that have questions, start asking. Hillary, okay, okay. Who has a question? I'm trying to see who has a question. Uh, it's off key. It's off key for me. Who is off key? Mr. Doris. I agree with TJ. Once there is grace, okay. Victoria says once there is grace, yes, you can do exploits. Absolutely. Proper planning, proper planning, proper planning, says Mr. Charles. Okay, question number one. When did you give your life
hello, hello,
discover your singing talent?
hello, hello. I can't really hear you.
When did you- Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, it's better. Why is it
Okay.
calling my? Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead. Did you
yeah.
get the question?
No, I didn't get the question. No, someone was calling me, so I missed it for a minute.
Okay. When did you give your life to Christ?
Okay. So I gave my life to Christ when I was around the age of 16. I remember it was during a thing. So You know, in those days when they say come and give your life to Christ, we always come out. We
Every
just
time.
we come out every time until it was around 16. I remember it was during a teenage camp meeting in the Agbara. Uh,
Okay.
Jonathan Cassidy is late now. You know, they were praying, and they were like, for some reason, that urge came on me. Like, you will get that conviction. You will know that, yeah, now that I understand fully the place of God in my life, this is the time to give it back to Him. Because growing up in a Christian home, they will just feel like, oh, you should have already given your life to Christ, or your dad
Yeah.
should have led you to Christ. No, but that
That right?
decision, yeah,
Yes.
but that decision I made when I was around 16 years old, in the city of Agbara. I will never forget that day. I was crying, and that day too, I spoke in tongues as well. I don't forget those two experiences.
Okay, so she's a 2 1 person. So the other part is, and at what point did you discover your singing talent? I think he answered that already when he was young, right?
Yeah,
I'm
like what I
hoping.
said, yeah, yeah. Growing up in a music family, yeah, there are some things that transferable from your parents. When you remember the when Bible was saying that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children up to his 10th generation. The inheritance
Mhm.
might not necessarily be material because sometimes we concentrate on material things. But one of the inheritance I got from my father is the gift of singing, the gift of music. My dad being a music minister, just transferred it down to us. So yeah, I started singing quite early, but when I was a teenager, I started taking it serious. I learned, oh, well, it's like I can naturally sing, you know. So around still around that, 12, around that period, that's when I discovered I actually
Was
have
your
a voice.
for TJ, was your dad a professional apart from singing in church choir? Did he have Western albums, do a single? Was he a professional
No,
singer?
no, my dad was never a professional singer. My dad was a music director. He was actually the first music director of Church of God Mission, Ughelli Zone. No, so he groomed choirs and he was also a drummer. So by default, I played the drums at amateur level, not really professional, but I never sat down to learn how to play the drums. So that's why they always say,
Oh,
learn good things, learn good characters. You are going to transfer this to your kids. There are some things that
oh,
you just pass over to your kids that they don't have to learn. It's as a function of you knowing them. So,
oh,
like, so my dad never released an album. He never, never.
okay. Okay, so there's another part that is very interesting to me. It says, are you married?
I'm single.
You're single. Oh, Dr.
Yeah.
TJ is single, but I don't know if he's searching for a help. Honestly, that person is answered. He
Se-
is single.
Searching can come under many categories. What are we searching for? Are we searching for the rock or for the light?
Searching, searching. Single and searching, or single and taking. There's this
Yeah,
category, single
yeah,
and
yeah, single, yeah, yeah.
single.
Let me just leave it
That
at
is-
single. You can't feel single or taken in any form we have feel any government form.
Yes.
So is either you're married or not. Yeah,
Married. Okay, let me take the next question.
yeah.
Okay. All right. My question. Okay. Okay. So another question. Okay. Then when will you come back to Nigeria to practice medicine? Doctor.
One more time, I didn't get that question. Can you come again, please?
When will you come back to your motherland, Nigeria, your beloved country, to come and
Ah,
practice medicine?
I've actually practiced in Nigeria. So if you follow me on Instagram, you see maybe some pictures where I was doing surgery. And I was doing a cesarean session. So I practiced in Nigeria. At some point, I'm going to come back home and establish. But for now, I'm here. Until Nigeria, until I will leave it there. But for now, I'm here. But at some point, we always come back home. At some point, I'm going to come back. I was in Nigeria in December, and actually assisted a friend.
Okay.
I covered up for a friend. I thought I would be rusty by now, but I wasn't. The skills were still there. For like the first 5 minutes, be a little rusty, but after a while, you're like, oh, this is how I used to do it, this is how I do it, and boom, that's it. Yeah, so at some point, I'm
Fantastic.
going to come back. Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. So the Dr. TJ is not among those Nigerian people that they call them the jam. They don't run, they don't go like that, they don't pop. They're not coming back. This one is coming back. It's tuned with us, it's still connected.
Don't take my word for it.
Dr. TJ, you're laughing already.
Don't take my word for it. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I don't want.
but now I'm going to come back at some point.
Okay.
I'm fully
Okay, so
licensed to practice in Nigeria.
okay. So Derek is asking, what motivates and inspires you to write songs?
Okay, so first of all, when you think about the goodness of God and all He has done for you, that's enough reason to write. Writing in itself is a gifting. There are a lot of people that can sing, they don't write. There are some people that can write, they don't sing. And all. So things that motivate me are like simply from life experiences. When you think about how good God has been, so I'm both a fictional and a non-fictional writer. That means you can tell me to write you a song, and I will write you a song. You can tell me, oh,
Okay.
write me a song on love, and I'm going to go do my research, and I'm going to write a song on love. But also, there are written songs and there are given songs. There are some songs that you can't write. God just has to give them to you, you know. And I have some songs like that in my album. I tell myself there was no way I could have thought about writing the song. So what inspires me, the greatness of God, the goodness of God. I always like writing about love because growing up, people always they portray God to us as like a father that sits in heaven and spits down fire, like you do one thing and you will just die. So the goal of my music is to constantly remind people. So the recurring theme of my music is love, is to constantly remind people of how loving God is, how good God is, how great God is. Thinking about that enough, thinking about that alone, I can write like 10 songs. In fact,
Whoa.
you can't exhaust writing about the greatness of God. That's how good it is. Like
Yeah.
you can't. And people sometimes feel like songwriting is a calling in itself. It's not very big in Nigeria. It's not very big in Nigeria because people have not really paid attention to celebrating people that can write. And sorry, that's why we have a lot of poorly written songs out there. That just playing to people. So, but the thing is this: when you give like I told you at the beginning, in your DNA, in your default setting, God has put in things there to equip you for this assignment. At a point in your life, it will just boom, it will just come up. It's just like some diseases in medicine. As the disease will be waiting. As you get to a particular age, boom, it comes up. Is in the family line. I know in Africa where we are from, they'll say, now they are village people. But the thing is, when they talk about generational, so that's how it is also in your makeup and your building. Like me, first of all, I would consider as a gifting from God because not everybody can write. Then two, I write. I'm motivated by my environment. My friend here now can say a word now, and I'll start writing. As it's playing this chord now, it can inspire people. Inspire me a lot. I was telling my keyboard, there's a song I wrote, Odironye Dikagi. During the prayer session, a lady was praying and she made mention of a word, and that word turned into a song. The keyboard was playing, and the song just came. So I'm inspired by people, inspired by happenstance, circumstance, environment. You can say a word now. You can inspire me right now. So that's how beautiful it is.
Yes, it's inspiration from God and from His environment.
Can you hear me?
What there's something I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay, so this writing, not everybody can,
Yeah, that's
but
true.
almost all musicians can sing.
Yeah, that's
People that
true.
can sing, but the writing part, I hear people write songs for other people. Musicians that are not allowed write for the bigger musicians and the
Yeah.
bigger ones to win awards and all. So for you
Mm-hmm.
people that write songs, it's a big deal. So keep it up, keep
Man,
connecting to your.
it's a big gift. You can't even tell. It's a big gift.
Derek is here. He also might have that gift. So let me go to the next question. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Mm,
Emily is saying, please, if you so she asked a question earlier, if you're married. If you're not married, please stop searching because you are found. Are you seeing something, Dr. Tugo?
my Lord, my God, my
You
God.
sang a song. You sang a song. You found me, right? Somebody
Uh-huh.
has found you right here
Ekale
on the.
baga zatayadash. I have been found.
Somebody has found you right here in the waiting room.
My God, my God, my God.
Has found you in the waiting room. She said you should stop searching. Stop
Oh my,
searching because this man I see right here is my God given husband.
my
At
Lord,
this point, you can now close the show because that is the purpose of this. To meet your wife.
my God, my God. So today of all days that I didn't clean up, I didn't shave, somebody
You,
found me. My Lord. You see that God works in mysterious ways.
we will go back. We will go back to our question. Please let's take other. There are so many questions there. Let's take other questions.
Yeah.
Go back to this finding matter. Okay, so what's the next question here? How do you manage your time at work and in the entertainment industry? Goma and how do you manage your time at work? I mean, balance. I think it's all about work.
So I always tell people never think of anything as too small. You know, do what you have to do when you have to do it and how you have to do it, so you don't have to come back to it. You know, always plan ahead. Plan, be 2 3 steps ahead. Because the thing is, that's why I don't understand people. This trip, you have to be somewhere by your GPS telling you it's going to take you 4 hours, and you leave exactly 4 hours. What if something happens on the way? So you always have to factor in all those what if. Those are the things we overlook that derail us. So always factor in
Mhm.
your what ifs and go from there. If you have to be somewhere in 4 hours, leave like 6 hours before. It's better you're there earlier than you're not there at all. You're there too late. People won't take it too seriously. So that's all about planning ahead. I can't overemphasize it. Plan, plan, plan. You are a factor of the decisions you make. Let me tell you something very interesting. Your life will not end the way God designed. It will end the way you decide.
Decide.
God can put all these great things into you, all these great talents, all these great opportunities. If you don't decide to take action, they're not going to
Mm.
happen. I've seen a lot of people with that prophecies over their lives that never came to pass. Great,
Yes. Oh yes.
yeah,
Yes.
great prophecies, great words spoken over them. They never came to pass. Why? There's the word action plan. After planning, you should think of how am I going to go about this plan. That's action. So action is a catalyst. So it's not enough to plan. Have like actionable plans, and don't have bogus plans. Don't have bogus plans. Some people have bogus plans.
Yes.
It's easier.
Yeah.
It's way easier for me not to plan to become like maybe Dangote right now, than for me to be planning to become like Elon Musk. When I get to the stage of Elon Musk, then I plan to become like of Dangote, and I plan to become like Elon Musk. So that's how you go about it. Plan, plan, plan. Don't leave anything out. Or those what I say, well, whatever we be, we will be. That's not a word of faith. That's a word of laziness.
Laziness.
Don't say God knows. No, that's why God lives in you. You should know.
Hmm.
God knows how it's going to go. No, you should know. Let's tell you before I do any concert, I go into my mind's eye and I see the concert way before. I see what's going to happen. I see the
Hmm.
people jumping. So when I get that and I'm not getting that reaction, I'm like, why are they not reacting like this? Are you getting? So vision, and also vision. There's a way they say vision without focus. We go in on monitored directions. So put focus, like let focus be the cap on your vision. Because a lot of people that great things. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a singer. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this, and you don't have focus. So focus makes you align in Habakkuk 2. Say write a vision, make it plain. Write it, write it. Practice planning, write it down, write it. Today I want to go to social place. I want to go because if you don't have plan, every other thing just becomes your plan for that day. I have friends that know that if you call me at some certain hours, I'll pick. If you call me at some certain hours, I won't pick. And if you call me and I pick and I start talking, only you will say, "Are you busy?" You will just know, because I'm trying to be nice. So always plan, plan, plan. I've seen a lot of people, and I fall short of that too. I've seen a lot of people say, "Oh, I want to be a doctor. Oh, I want to be this. Oh, I want to be that." The next day I ask them, "What's your plan?" And that's where you just experience that silence. So time management still comes back to plan, plan, plan. If you invite
Then
me during the if you invite me during the week to come and minister in your church when I have work, I'm not going to come. So let's say if you want to schedule me for the weekends. I'm going to come the weekend because I have time off. I have to plan. I'm in a system where things are like, systems work here. Sometimes if you want to go somewhere, you have to tell people way ahead. It's not like in Nigeria that you can just get up and just disappear. People are, yeah, people are watching you. So plan, plan, plan. Yeah, that's all I would say. We
okay,
can talk about plan all day.
Dr. TJ, remember that it's in Nigeria that you
Mm.
don't know money, that you are saying that people just disappear in Nigeria. You don't disappear. Yeah, so
Yeah,
just minded.
I did that sometimes too. When the work gets
Okay.
very overwhelming, we just disappear.
At this point, let's take a little break, a little break. Give us any song of your choice, freestyle. Just give us, you have 3 minutes to do this because we have
I need to
loads of
sing now.
answers and our special is usually for 50 something minutes. So we have like 20 minutes to go through the remaining
So,
questions.
you want me to sing? Am I too loud?
No, you're okay. You're okay. Just
Yeah.
briefly.
There's a song I wrote when I was, we all have those dark moments in our lives, and this was a song God gives to me just to reassure me that He's watching over me, that He's going to take care of me. So, some of you might have heard the song. The song is "You Found Me." Yeah. Hmm. I will shout it loud to the ends of the earth. You've been good to me. You have been good to me. Lord, your name is great and you do great things. You've been good to me. Oh, you've been good to me. I wish it loud to the ends of the earth. You've been good to me. You have been good to me. And Lord, your name is great things. You've been good to me. Oh, you've been good to me. You found me, you found me in the darkness. Hey, you never ever let. You love me, you love unconditionally. Hey, you are good, you are God, you are good. Oh, you found me in the dark. Oh, you never ever let. You love me, you love unconditional. You are good, you are God, you are hey, and I wish I could love you so dear. You've been good to me, yeah. Oh, you've been good to me. And Lord, your faith is great, and you do great. Oh, great, and I wish I could love you so dear. Lord, is great, and you do great things. You've been good. Oh, you've been good. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Can you give us a quick piece of that song? Just so that those that have not seen the song will see it right now. And we have a few, 1 minute of the song. Admin, if you can hear me, during your dark times, it looks like a celebration song to me. So how,
Yeah,
what, how,
the thing. Do you know one thing about prophecy?
okay,
You know,
sorry?
sometimes we mistake prophecy. Remember, the Bible is tagged good news. So you might be going through bad things, but God is going to tell you. It's just like there are a lot of there are people that they're in their dark state, they're poor, but God is telling them you're going to own houses. That's
Hmm,
prophecy. So
yes.
God comes to us through prophecy. That's why I tell people, when you will see something bad about somebody, you see that they died. Don't tell them they died. Tell them, prophesy life over them,
Hmm.
because the word of God is good news. So then I was sick. Let me tell you this. I was sick. I was going through issues in my, I was in a relationship then that ended. I was going through issues. So I was running that money. I used to be very big. I lost a lot of weight. I lost like over 50 pounds. In the space
Really?
of, yeah, I lost it. If you look at my older pictures, I was very sick, and I knew what I had to do. So I was running that morning, and the voice came and said, "I will take care of you." Remember, I made mention of that statement, and the word was, "I will take care of you." But it didn't look like God was taking care of me. And that's how the song came. You found me. So I picked up my record and I was recording this. I was running. I stopped running. I started walking, and I recorded the whole song and I sent it to my producer. That's how this song came. So the good thing
Oh,
about prophecy is that prophecy comes as good news. It might not look
okay.
like it. It might not look like it. It might not look like. That's why when they tell, have you ever received a word from God and you're like, God, stop playing, Abba, me, how now, how me like this? You look at your background, you look at everything. You don't look like it. You remember the story of David. He was meant for the palace, but this guy was tending to sheep.
Hmm.
So sometimes where God is taking us to doesn't look like our current situation. Don't look like. Let me stop preaching. But the thing is, I'm about to start preaching. But the thing is
Okay, so
that
I'll quickly take further questions. I still have questions. There's something that when I look at you, there's something that always comes to my mind. In these days of Yahoo, Yahoo, of what are the names? All these guys
Yahoo
that
boy, ritual money and all that, right?
they go after quick money, fast money, and all that. So young guys like this, how do you don't you no, there's pressure. I can't say you don't get pressure. There's everything. What word do you have for, young guys like you are from Delta State, you know Yoruba territory. How
Hmm.
you guys operate, how they kill that, do all this thing. How do you manage it, number one, and what do you have to say to
Do you know the
people
good?
outside?
Thank you very much that you asked that question. I was home in December and I saw a lot of young folks going to Yahoo, doing all these things, social vices and all that. I'm not here to condemn anybody, but to tell them, remember the Bible said, "There's a way that seemeth right unto a man." So it seems right, but at the end, it's destruction. And the thing is, God gives freely. When people start to understand, I'll give the analogy of, it's not the day you plant yam, that's not the day you eat it. It
Oh
takes
yeah.
process. So between the promise and provision, there's a problem, and that's where most people get stuck in life. They don't want to go through that problem of developing themselves. Anything you get without a known formula, you're going to lose and you will be able to remake. That's why most of the world's richest men today, take them to a desert, take all they have, they are going to recreate wealth.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
ask yourself, anything you cannot recreate over time, it's not worth it. It's not worth your life. It's not worth your peace. You do a lot of things to get other things. The thing is that I always tell people, when I was in med school, my doctor, the professor then, she really wanted me to train other as a OBGYN specialist. She always calls us doctors. We're like, ma'am, we're not yet doctors. She calls us colleagues. Yeah, in Russia, they call it which is colleague. She was like, uh, why is it? Because so she was trying to explain that right now you're already a doctor, but you have to go through the process. And
Mm.
that, yeah. But so just thinking about it, I was like, oh, she's right. So it's the process that most people don't want to go through. So my advice to them is this, you know, be patient. It's going to happen for you. As far as you keep developing yourself, because money without substance will fade away. Money has wings. That's why you see most people, they make money and after a while they lose it. So my advice is that in this time, build capacity, read books, grow. It might seem useless, but one day it's going to be very needful. There are people that they pay them money just to appear because of what they carry. They pay them heavily just to give a speech. I heard they pay Barack Obama over $600,000 to give a speech. You know, so don't rush into this. It's not worth it. It's not worth your peace. It's not worth. I've seen the thin line between life and death. I've seen people give up, like die. Because when you practice, if you've ever practiced in Nigeria, our mortality rate is crazy sometimes. I've seen them bringing people and they die. It's not worth it. And on their sick bed, they don't think about their money. They just want to be alive.
So, Dr. TJ, not everybody has seen your video. So I want to play it, even if it's 1 minute. Admin is ready now. Please, can you take it away? Just
All right.
1 minute, so that those that have not.
You found me in the darkness. You never ever left me. You love unconditionally. You are good, you are God, you are great. You found me in the darkness. You never You love me. You love conditionally. You are good. You are good. You are God. You are worthy. Everybody sing. I will shout in love to the end. You've been good to me. You've been good to me. And Lord, your name is great, and you do great. You have been good to me. You've been good to me.
Okay, I have to talk. I actually to stop because so many questions, so many questions. I don't know. We have just less than 10 minutes to go. Okay, so somebody's asking. Okay, let me get to that question quickly about you studying in Ukraine. Where's that question again from Omar? Okay. So you studied in Ukraine. Why do most Nigerians go there to study medical?
It's cheaper.
Which will you choose that will give you fulfillment? Or okay, so is the one question, why do Nigerians go to Ukraine to take to study medicine, and which do you feel fulfilled with, music or medicine?
Yeah, it's cheaper to study in Ukraine. That's the truth.
Okay.
Than going to the UK or coming to the US.
And
Coming to the
who
U.
sit
They
there
are,
as
they, they
in
are they are very good, mostly in surgery. Very, 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 very good. Mostly when it comes to surgery. The thing is, one thing about medicine, in fact, about life, is all about applying yourself. You can study in the US, you can study in Canada, you can study in Nigeria. You'll still be a bad doctor, a bad worker or bad anything. It's all about applying yourself. Apply yourself. Apply yourself. Don't just go and pass through. Apply yourself. And it's easier to study that. I can't lie about that. Sorry to say, I'm not dogging Nigeria, but I think Nigeria, they just our system just kind of make things unnecessarily hard. You know, like there, if you want to be a doctor, whatever you want to be, it's way easier for you to do that. One, it's cheaper. Two, it's Europe. It's like the backside of Europe. you know. Then three, the standard of living is cheap too. It's not as expensive. I remember when I was in Ukraine, $100 a month, $200 a month. I'm good to eat. If house rent is not as expensive as the UK, $250 then, but not nothing to be more expensive now because of the break and all that.
As a student, can you work in Ukraine? And I know some people been.
Right now in Ukraine, you can work. You can work with call centers and all that. So Ukraine has opened up a lot since I left. I left Ukraine over 8 years ago. So we put that in consideration. So by 8 years ago, I left Ukraine. So I was in Ukraine in 2019, and I saw a lot of students working. Depending on the city you're living in. If you're living in Kyiv, you're living in like these big cities, you have more opportunities. But when you're living small, just like living in Nogale and living in Lagos, they are two different things. So you have more opportunities there.
Let's quickly, you need to be taking one minute to answer these questions because you still have a whole lot.
The thing is that I'm a talker. I can talk for a living.
I guess this person was not around at the beginning. Where are you from in Nigeria?
I'm an honorable boy from Ugele, UG. Make some noise. Ugele. Yeah.
She's married to a UG boy, so she's
that's good. Honorable men are the best now. She can testify where we take care of. We take care of things.
You can cook, you can do everything. Kudos.
Yeah.
Well done. Not many guys can do that, and then the medical doctor, so he can do this, can barb and all that. Okay.
Let me tell you this, and kudos to my mom. I think my mom is a feminist because the way my mom raised us is that everybody must cook. She will tell you, my girls are not slaves. You will cook, you will wash plates, you will sweep the house. So she raised us up where so it's all like Bible said, train up the child in the way they should go, and when they're old, they will not depart. So some of those skills I picked are very useful now.
And your wife is going to enjoy that skill. I
can cook for Africa. I'm telling you.
Fantastic. So let's go to the next question here. I saw something from Obo. Where is that question right now? Okay, so you found me. It's very inspirational. I can see what that is very, very. So someone is commending your song that the song is very, very inspirational.
Thank you. I'm touched. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Another question somewhere. Let me try to bring it. Wisdom nuggets. Your word will not end the way God planned. It will end the way you planned it. Fantastic.
So, your word.
I'm sure
let me say it again. Your word is not going to. Your life is not going to end the way God designed.
Okay.
It's going to end the way you decide. So it's designed and decide. So you got to make that decision. Stop sleeping. Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up. So Auntie Patient says, Dr. TJ, you are super talented. I must say this. Whoa.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Super talented. Focus is the key. What's your plan is a good question. I think she was just trying to comment. I've really been waiting for him to sing. So yeah, so you're happy now, right?
Yeah.
The voice is really a gift. More commendations for you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
T.
Thank you.
Wow.
I'm dark. That's why you can't see it. I'm blushing under my dark skin.
Okay. You don't sound like someone that will come back home.
I was home December here now. I was home last December. So since I've been here, I've been home twice.
Okay.
That's like a lot in 4 years or so, or 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you have come home twice, that's good enough. You said you were home in December.
And I like traveling, so I like traveling. So And Nigeria is the
Okay,
best place to do your Christmas and New Year. Write that
I
down.
tell you.
It's the best place.
Okay, so what words you can't recreate is not words. Okay, the word that you cannot recreate. I think he's trying to bring out something you said, one of the wisdom nuggets you gave us. What what you cannot recreate is not what it is. I think when you were talking about the Yahoo guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, waiting room connection. All right, so we are talking about waiting room connection. All right, the end thereof is destruction. I guess when you were talking about those guys, yes, money has wings. Dr. DJ talk about money having wings. I didn't get that. That means
Money. One
yes,
moment you have like 10 million in your account. Your spend small like your swipe card, it has entered 9 point something. You are no longer a 10 millionaire.
yes,
Money goes
yes,
that fast. Yeah.
yes. Your final one. I think I've exhausted all the questions. I still have some questions, but I do not have time anymore. My producer is already telling me you have to go now. So, Dr. DJ, if one minute. Give us a no, some further wisdom. A lot of people, I have a lot of upcoming musicians watching you right now. What word do you have for them? And then for those also pursuing career, I have some medical people here too. What do you have
Mhm.
to say?
So I don't like calling people upcoming. Nobody's upcoming. You're there. You're just waiting to manifest. So don't introduce yourself as upcoming. Never do
Oh,
that. That is
that's
one. You're a musician. You're a musician. Allow whoever else introduce you as that. Then two, wake up every morning and wake up every day and try. There's nothing. There's nothing as important as trying. Try. you know some people, they've not even tried, they've given up, never say this task is too much for me, I can't do it. You've not tried. You can't fail an exam you've not written. Try, fail, try again, you know re-strategize. So for upcoming musicians, every day wake up and work up on your craft. You want to be a doctor, go to school. Don't wish that you are. Do it. I always tell people, stop wishing, start doing. If you have people that do more, then you won't have to wish for a lot of things. Because if you wake up every morning and say, this is my desire, and you go for it, it will happen. But my prayer is that God is going to grace you even as you try. And it will, God will make your effort become, big. Because sometimes it's not just about trying, you need that grace of God as well as your buffer to make things work. So God bless
okay.
you. Thank you very, very much. But wake up every day and try.
But before you go, Dr. TJ, you already had a connection. That person that found you, I'm going to make people find each other because I'm involved in this.
My God,
You
my God.
waiting room connection. Somebody wrote it somewhere there. Waiting room connection. So maybe this one is the connection that will come out of waiting room, or the first wedding that will come out of waiting room. We don't know yet. So please
My Lord God.
try to find the person too, so that let's see if we can take this conversation further. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. TJ.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Thank you so much. God bless you. For those that are just joining us, this is the waiting room. We sit here every Sunday to talk about what inspires us, what can move us forward, what can move our career, relationship, life forward. That's what we discuss every time. And of course, is a gospel program. So we bring in biblical stories to ensure that we connect you to our present day world and how you can use this wisdom to better your life. That's why we are here. That's the waiting room is 1 year today. In fact, we started 31st
Wow.
pandemic, yes, during the
Wow.
pandemic when we got the call to put this program together. We've gotten a lot of testimonies. Businesses have started from just this waiting room. Relationships have started, and people just come here, get something, and they run with it. And probably the first marriage has started. We don't know what it is.
My God,
Probably.
my God, my God.
TJ says, my God. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I hope you
Thank you
were
for
blessed,
having me.
were inspired. TJ, I want to say thank you so much for honoring our call, for coming to inspire all of us. I learned a whole lot from you. As I was closing, putting your final statement, I said, wake up and try every morning. Do that. If you did not work yesterday, try again. My work tomorrow. Stop wishing. A lot of us wish. We just wish. We keep wishing. Wishing cannot get you there. I wish I can get 1,000 naira. I wish I can see 1 million naira on the floor. Who will lose 1 million naira? They won't see. Young, eh? We used to think, they call like, I see money, people, oh, yo, yo. That's why I grew up in Uganda too.
These days,
So
you don't see money again on the ground.
see money people will be dancing on the bed right now. When did you see money people on the floor? When you
In this
the money?
Buhari government,
In this Buhari government and in this e-money time, everything is transfer POS. Nobody is ready to lose any money again.
that's true. That's true.
Money. That means you should stop wishing and start doing. You
Yes,
have the yam of your life. Like the layman say, you cut it the way you want it. You build it the way you want it. Plan it, have a plan, have a goal. If you want to build a house. So the simple thing about plan and build. I want to build a house. Okay, how many bags of cement? How many sand? How many, what is it called? Blocks will I put together to build 2-bedroom flat, to build 1-bedroom flat? That is it. You don't just go start buying sand and where you don't know how much will complete the house.
That's true. That's true.
So please, let's have a plan as we go into this new week. We are already in today's 4th of April already. As we go into our new week and new month, let's put our plans together. Let's pursue it vigorously. Nobody will pursue it for you. You are the architect of your own fortune or misfortune. Nobody but you. You have to do it yourself. So thank you so much. We will see you next week. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Bonnie. God bless you, Dr. TJ.
God bless you. Love you all. Yeah. Bye. So
take it away with Dr. TJ's song, You Found Me. We'll see you next week. God bless you.
God bless
My
you.
name is you. Please, let's get You Found Me. Let's round up with You Found Me. God bless you.
You found me in the darkness. You never ever left me. You love unconditionally. You are good, you are God, you are great. You found me in the darkness. You never You love me. You love unconditionally. You are good. You are good. You are God. You are great. Everybody sing. I wish